So, guys, even Asari Dokubo has joined others calling for the Igbos to go. This thing is no longer a joke in Nigeria. I mean, it's no longer a joke. But guess what? The Igbos are even taking tougher stance that they are ready to resist anybody that dare them. Gone are the days of intimidation. I mean, the Igbos are now gathering energy, saying, you can't ask us to go to anywhere. Take a look at these clips.
Yeah, let the Igbos go. Oh, bang, 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 let the Igbos go. President Bola Tinubu, let the Igbos go. Let the Igbos go. National Assembly, let the Igbos go. Ting 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 ting, tom 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 tom, ting 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 ting, let the Igbos go. Yeah, let the Igbos go. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, please, in the name of God, why do we allow
all those of you saying Igbos must go, use your brains for a while. We said the British must go. The British left. Are we better off than when the British were ruling us?
Fight to the last, with the last blood. It's better you people rise, stop this here nonsense. Igbos who live in Lagos, open your eyes. Don't sleep with your two eyes. And when somebody push you, push back. You people should come together now. When they are shouting Igbos must go, plan how you defend yourself. Plan how you defend your property. Plan how you throw them inside lagoon. First of all, when he started, go straight to Oba, throw him inside the lagoon. Burn down Lagos. If they want to, if they started this nonsense. What is wrong with you? See me see trouble. We came to Lagos to build Lagos. Lagos is full of water. Or the Mego Louis Ojuku them, Hebrew, all of them, they come to build Lagos. After all, Lagos belong to the first power of Lagos is from Benin. Now you are coming to claim what you don't have. Why are you claiming what you don't have? You are claiming what you don't have, and you can't give what you don't have. Who said Lagos belong to you? Enough is enough. Stop waking the lion, sleeping lion. Stop calling our name. Dismantle all this nonsense he is sharing in social media and warn your people. I'm calling the elders. Elders, rise up. You can't be elders and this is moving around. Who is Sanwo-Olu? Who is Sanwo-Olu? This is an imbecile. Call himself Sanwo-Olu. Very wicked human being. Whatever you will do against Igbos, it will come back to you, hurt you. If it didn't hurt you, it will hurt your children, your generation. He said.
All those of you saying Igbos must go, use your brains for a while. We said the British must go. The British left. Are we better off than when the British were ruling us? Look at the government colleges that the British built. Their buildings are still very solid. Look at the ones your people are building. They don't last. Are we better off? Zimbabwean white people must go. Zimbabwean farmers left. Mugabe ruined the economy. Is Zimbabwe better now? They could have allowed the white people to stay just as the South Africans allowed them to stay. And the South African economy is better. Live in peace with the Igbos around you, and your economy will be good. Learn from them. Associate with them. They didn't force you to buy land. They didn't force you to, some of the buildings they built there, it was your people that acted as the builders, the contractors. Nobody prevents you from buying land anywhere in this country. And so don't be antagonistic of people who make progress. Any people that attack visitors and strangers, they always remain backward. The simple question I want to ask, are the Igbos in Shaki? Are the Igbos in Iseyin? Are the Igbos dominating Ogbomosho? Are the Igbos dominating Ede? Have you caused significant development in Igbo, Alanlate, Ayete, Igongon? Have you caused significant development? Why don't you invest in the land just as the Igbos are investing in the land? Urobo people say, have a saying, you say it is visitors and strangers that makes a community to develop. So let's talk this rubbish talk about Igbo. Are they your major problem? Do they determine your salary? Do they struggle jobs with you? The average Igbo man hardly works in another person's civil service. He comes there as an entrepreneur. He comes there to solve problems. He comes there to meet needs. You be a problem solver, not a problem creator. The people who are killing people in your farmlands, people who went to shoot people in a church, are they Igbo people? The people who are trying to take over your communities, are they Igbo people? In your suburban areas, are they Igbo people? Let's not distract ourselves from the real challenges facing us. There's so much hunger in the land. So much hunger in the land. Tell your people to invest in agriculture. Tell your pastors all these big prayer camps. Let them plant rice. Let them do poultry. Let them do piggery. Let them rear cows. Go and look at the rice farm Koscharis has. Go and look at the one OPM pastor started somewhere. Go and look at what OT is doing in Abia State. Professor Soludo just started an agric revolution in Anambra State. Is about to take off. Think. You fought the Igbos to make them part of Nigeria. Fought them. They surrendered to Obasanjo or Yakubu Gowon. Now you want to drive them away. And when they agitate for Biafra, you go and shoot them. Are you people reasonable at all? Are you reasonable? In my street here, I have a Yoruba man in the beginning. I had a Yoruba man in the next building before he sold it. If you go down towards the end, I have somebody from Benue State. Our children are growing up and living harmoniously. I speak Igala because Igala people lived with me. Agba, how do you do? Islavia, Nago. I lived with Igala people. My father saved Igala people during the Civil War. War is not good. War is not good. You don't understand what you are playing with. Please, stop this rubbish talk. Let's live together. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Check the Nigerian team. How many Igbo people have played over the years? They win victories for us. Ife Juna in Olympics. The Yorubas have excelled in their own. Our northern brethren have excelled in their own. We Midwesterners, we have done well in our own way in contributing to the economy and the development of this nation. No person is a parasite on any person in this country. If any person is to complain, we who produce the oil should be complaining. I have 24 oil wells in my mother's community. The biggest gas station is in my clan, Otorogo. So we should be complaining. But we can't complain because the federal government is there, the state government is there, the local government is there, the community leadership is there. We as individuals, as entrepreneurs, we can contribute to the development of our communities. I don't have any investment outside Nigeria. I don't have any investment outside Delta State, outside Yorubaland. I will invest here. You are saying Igbos you go, but you have Yoruba party in the UK. You have Yoruba party in Igbo. Use your sense. Thank God for reasonable Yoruba people that have come out to speak against your craziness. And Professor Wole Shenka, I hail this, sir. Captain Blood, I salute you. At least you are not talking. If you talk like this earlier on, during Buhari's time, we wouldn't have degenerated to this level. Okay? Prof, I salute you. Your boys are loyal and your boys are happy. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a seminar coming up on the 13th and on the 14th of September. It's tagged Sustainable Progress in Life, Career, Ministry, and Business. Send a message to +234 7052 136763. When I talk finish, now you sabi, but the truth of the matter is that everything I have said will eventually come to pass. Remember the first videos I did, they came to pass.
Every single mistake, we accuse them. We are busy burning down their shops, destroying their property, working all day. What is it? Sometimes I feel like crying for the Igbo people. What is it? I'm saying this thing is really hurting me. It's paining me from my heart. How did the Igbo now become the problem of the protest? Are the Igbo the problem of Nigeria? Are they? Presidency will not give them. Vice president will not give them. Senate president will not give them. And nothing. They don't have any important position they are handling in Nigeria. Still, we not see let them get peace. Because a job. Let's allow these people to rest. They are also Nigerians. If we really say we don't want them again, then let them go. Give them their Biafra, let them go. Let's know that Igbo people are no longer part of Nigeria. May they go. This hatred, this backbones on the Igbo is busting my head. I know a lot of people are going to come after me, abuse me. Nigeria, you say the truth, you are a problem. Please, I beg you. Then this go to the Igbo, the Igbos. A city divided against himself cannot stand. It is our time for you people to come together and start speaking one voice. All the billionaires in Igbo land, all the celebrities in Igbo land. It is time for you people to come together and start speaking one voice. You people are too divided. The Igbos are too divided. Come together. You can see. Well, I'm not an Igbo man. There's never a time I'm coming to Igbo land to collect a chief justice title. But I'm only concerned as a servant of God, as a prophet of God. I am only concerned. Please, let's have mercy on the Igbo people and stop all this hate on them. I don't think it's a good one. May God bless you. Please, I am only speaking as a man of God. I don't have any interior motive. I don't know.
If you can't speak God's word, if you can't speak peace into the atmosphere, if you cannot bring about a change in the hearts of the leaders and the led, because you do not know what these people face, and he who wears the shoes knows where it pinches. Nobody wants to be tagged a failure. They might not understand what is happening, but there's a God in heaven who gives wisdom to rulers, and he will help our nation. Violence will not erupt in this land. Peace will reign supreme. In the mighty name of Jesus. Oh, Pastor, are you saying they should not protest? It is a fundamental human right to protest. But please, don't break down the little infrastructure we have. And don't let it turn into a bloodbath. I want you to know that I led protests in this nation. And even phones that were lost in the battleground were returned. Nobody hurt anyone. Nobody killed anyone. You can make your point without letting anything be destroyed. And the government and the leaders also should restrain themselves not to turn simple protests into a bloodbath. The nation is on an edge now. Don't push us into the precipice. Can I hear amen?
They use religion, regionalism, tribalism, and party politics to deceive themselves and end up complaining in the future. When these protests started, end bad governance protests started. Even before now, some of us have aired our views that the Igbos should not be part of this protest. That if they did, it would be because Peter Obi, it would be interpreted that because Peter Obi did not win the presidential election or was not given the presidential mandate by the courts. Number two, if there was violence, the Igbos will lose more. Thirdly, we felt that the Igbos are so entrepreneurial that if there's increase in prices of goods, they were the last segment of this country to feel hunger. Because if you increase price of dollar, they will increase price of spare parts. They are so enterprising that they will increase prices of their goods and services and they won't feel the pain. Now let's come to these people saying that Igbos must go. There are simple questions I want you to answer. How many buildings do you own in Yoruba land? You, the persons agitating. I'm not talking of Yoruba people. The persons agitating. What do you own in that land? How many buildings do you own in Lekki, Banana Island, Aja, even in Ajegule or Kokomaiko or Gowon Estate or wherever? Many of these individuals are very jobless, unproductive, lazy people, jealousy infested, toxic human beings. Most of them have nothing to show. You think a reasonable Yoruba man that has a restaurant where Igbos come to eat and other tribes come to eat will say that Igbos must go? Or a Yoruba man who has tenants and the Igbos are most likely to pay their rent more regularly will tell them to go? No. Another question I want to ask him. The buildings in Lagos and the businesses in Lagos, there are Indians controlling a large part of your economy. South African businesses controlling a lot of your economy. Let me quickly talk about South Africa now. You lazy South Africans that are the unit that is lazy, not all South Africans that are lazy in Hillbrow, in all the other townships, different townships that did ethnic violence, xenophobic violence against Mozambicans, Zimbabweans, Nigerians, and other Somalis and other nationalities. How many businesses do you own in Germiston? How many businesses do you own in Duduza? How many businesses do you own in all in Durban and all over these places? Very enterprising South Africans, traveled South Africans are not afraid of foreigners. They see foreigners as diversifying their economies. I know a few immigrants to South Africa are criminals. I know that. They should target those criminals and arrest them. The South African police is very, very competent. But several of the gangs in Cape Town, in Durban, and all those places are controlled by indigenous South Africans. So when you see people practice xenophobia, they are usually the very, very unproductive, very lazy, the ones that cannot be competitive, the ones that have inferiority complex, the ones that are toxic. I have a friend, not a very close friend. I went to his farm. He farms plantains, he has poultry, he has 1,000 acres of palm trees, and he's living well. So I asked him a simple question. How do you pray? Do you pray against witches to die, to fall down and die, Holy Ghost fire to pursue them? He said no, that he dares not pray that prayer, that some of his customers are witches and wizards, that if they die, his business will go down. He needs the witches and wizards to keep buying from him to make his turnover increase. If all Igbos, if all other tribes leave Lagos, some of you complaining now, you will still not do well. You will not do well because you be mumu. Real economic mumorism, they worry you. So, let's go back to history. Idi Amin came into power. He said Indians should go. Indians left Uganda and went to different parts of the world. Did the economy of Uganda improve? No. Did the Ugandans take over the businesses of Indians and fill the void? No. Kenya has had Indians with them and they are doing well. They are living happily together. I was in Mumias. I saw Indians, sugarcane factory, tea production, and all that. So if you drive Igbos from Lagos, from Yoruba land, will that improve the economy? Will it improve your personal economy? Will it increase your academic performance? Most of you have dull. Most of those people saying Igbos must go, you are dullards. Igbo must go as if they leave the whole of Lagos for you, you can't stay there. Or leave the whole of Yoruba land for you, you can't stay there. The next thing, we said Ghana must go. And we drove Ghanaians. Ghanaians drove Nigerians at a time. Did the economy improve? No, the Ghanaian economy after some time came down until Jerry Rawlings and a few others came and the Ghanaian economy is up. They did redecimalization of their currency. The next thing, Nigerians foolishly said Ghana must go. And we sent our brothers back to their country. Is our country better than their own now? No. We are going to school, our children are going to school in Ghana. So of what benefit? People said Jews were their problems in Europe and Germany and several parts of Europe. They persecuted them, exterminated them, drove the Jews away. And the Jews had their own country in 1948. Are those countries better than Israel? No. The Jews have done much better. Driving people away from your place, from your country, your states, your tribe, your country, your villages, is against God's law of maltreating strangers and aliens that live among you. I know why people hate Igbo people. I've lived in Igbo land and I have Igbo friends. These people are so enterprising. I will be going to dedicate a house built by an Igbo man somewhere. As I was coming out with him, I told him, do you know why they hate Igbos? He said no. I said, look at this, your building now. Then look at the surrounding buildings owned by natives. You want to concrete the road for them. Initially they resisted you, but now you want to concrete the road so that the road will be good. Look at your building with solar energy, so beautiful. How many years have you come here? Because you have produced results and you have built this magnificent building, it will attract jealousy. That's the simple reason. When I built my school around here, I lived a very simple life, lived a very frugal life, worked hard with my wife, made my money predominantly, my seed capital predominantly from outside, the books I sold, the honorarium I was given. My fellow people here were laughing at my wife and I. We didn't dress well, we didn't live well and all that. And we built that magnificent school. If you like, be angry, I call it magnificent. If you are very angry, go and try it. Built it, and one woman was complaining to another woman. Didn't know she was my sister from Ofoma. He said, see this Igbo man and his wife that came here, that our people are very foolish. this Igbo man and his wife that came here, they have started taking our money away from here and taking our money. Were your hands tied? I'm not an Igbo man. I'm an Orobo man. When I was living my crawl life, my wife was not dressing well. Even till today, I don't dress expensively. Somebody came to my company and said, this is your Mercedes, we need to fire it. Fire it to where? I'm economizing it because I don't have the money to repair it. I will fire it. I don't live like you people. And I managed to build a system. You are not jealous that I'm an Igbo man. No. When you blocked the street that my vehicles should not pass, I removed, my wife threw away the things. You were jealous. You hindered me, but I have progressed. Most people hate the Igbos because they are more entrepreneurial, more committed to their businesses. There are few bad eggs of Igbo people around. Then some people, when I did the first video, why do you hate Igbos in their own country? How many Yoruba boys are apprentices in Onitsha? How many Urobo people are apprentices in Onitsha? Have you been to Onitsha and they rejected you? My tailor, Venus Stitches, went to learn sewing clothes in Aba and is doing well. How many of you are ready to follow the rigorous discipline and sacrifices of mentorship in Igbo land? You will complain. And so this call that Igbos must go is a diversionary, divisive, stupid, momentous call. That is not part of the problem. The Igbos did not say you should protest. And if they said you should protest and you did protest, are you not a fool? If are they the ones that convinced you to protest? Use your head, Nigerians. Una no they think, Nigerians. Una no they think at all. You always look for a wrong person to blame for your problems. Anyway, I have a webinar. We just finished one webinar, second and third, powerful, from different countries of the world. When I say different countries of the world, people go dey vex. No be my fault. Now, waiting I desired since I was young. I'm enjoying what I had desired and worked towards. On the 13th and on the 14th of September, we have an online webinar coming up. It's tagged Sustainable Development in Life, Career, Business, and Ministry. Send a message to +234 7052 136763. I will send you the flyer. I have invested so much on real estate. I have a lot of lands for sale in Delta State here. Still send a message to +234 7052 136763. God bless you.
So guys, we know we've all been in all this, people calling for the Igbos to go and all that. One keeps wondering, why is it that the Igbos are so much hated in this country? I mean, the way they just hate the people, is it that, some people have just said it's just out of jealousy that the Igbos are progressing. People were giving, is it $20 or 20 naira? I can't remember exactly. After the Civil War, they've made this gain. And people are just waking out of their dream, saying that the Igbos should pack their properties and leave. We all saw what happened even after the election. They came after the Igbos, destroying their properties, shutting down their businesses. There were no strategy that these people didn't try to implement. But guess what? All those things, the Igbos were still able to survive it. Currently in Lagos, some days they will just come and lock businesses, lock up markets where they think the Igbos are dominant in. They will lock those businesses up and say, okay, for 1 week, you people are not going to have any business because you failed to pay this, you failed to pay that. They will just begin to lay all kinds of allegations. The Igbos have been surviving this. I mean, the Igbos have survived so much. We all know when it comes to importation, The federal government can just come up with one law, one policy, one decision that will make the business that you are importing that is still on the way to arrive to become worthless. All on the heads of the Igbos, just to make sure these people are frustrated. But guess what? The Igbos have refused to be frustrated. The Igbos have decided to forge ahead. I mean, the Igbos are wasking strong. And since after the election, it's been the Igbos, because they feel Tinubu didn't win the election in Lagos, and then the Igbos are responsible because we have a lot of them in Lagos. I mean, the population of the Igbos in Lagos is unbelievable. And that is sending strong signal to them. It's really making them to like panic, to rethink. There is nothing that is not being planned now against the Igbos. One of them is, you will know, even the land that the Igbos have bought, or the land that people bought in Lagos, will never become your permanent possession. After some number of years, you have to return it back to the government, because they don't want the Igbos to be perpetual owners of that land. And even some people have argued that after all, Yorubas are not even the original owners of the land called Lagos. That Oba from Benin was the first Oba in Lagos. So guys, all this point to the fact that, you know, this division that we are bringing within ourselves will take us to nowhere. It's not going to help us to progress. It's not going to help Nigeria in any way. It's just that these are politicians. Use it as a strong tool. They used it as a tool, and it's really, really so ridiculous seeing that some Yorubas have still not come to understand that Tinubu just tried to manipulate them in the last election. He doesn't mean well for them. He doesn't mean well for them. And they are yet to understand this. That is why they just keep attacking the Igbos, even when nothing warrants it. The Igbos are being attacked. The Igbos are being talked down on. The Igbos are being taken for granted. The Igbos are being hated. In this country, an Igbo man cannot become the EFCC chairman. An Igbo man cannot become heads of, you know, any of the security, let me say, security agents or agency. An Igbo man cannot hold sensitive position. These people you are denying sensitive position, they are the best in business. They are the best in, name it. The Igbos are leading across the world. Medical departments, in business, in whatever you want to call it. Go and check. The Igbos are pulling weight across the nations. But in Nigeria, they are being looked down on. They cannot become president. Why should an Igbo man become this? Why will it be an Igbo man? Yes, just leave the Igbos alone. Allow them to just do their businesses. Allow them. You can own Nigeria and own the wealth of Nigeria. Just leave. The Igbo man is used to suffering. The Igbo man is used to working hard. The Igbo man is used to struggling for himself. Just allow the Igbos to do what they know how best to do, instead of trying to intimidate them because you feel they don't own Lagos and you own Lagos. And you that own Lagos, what have you been able to achieve in Lagos without the help of an Igbo man? Let the world know. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Thank you.